tell people this too. I dedicated my life to helping people, serving people. I was a volunteer fireman when I was 18 in New York City Fireman. I was an EMT first and then a New York City Fireman. Dedicated my life to helping people, and I'm not going to screw somebody over a real estate transaction. My pocket is always dead last in a real estate transaction. You always have to have that mindset. It's not about your pocket, it's about their pocket and what they want, their needs are. Ask a lot of questions. Initially, I send my buyers everything. I want you to look at some homes I'm sending you. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. Now I can zero in on exactly what you're looking for and show you homes of exactly what you're looking for.
Welcome everybody to The Collective. This is the Coastal Collective Group's podcast. Joining me today is a very special guest, Chris Danchek. He is our newest agent on the team and comes over from Keller Williams. We have a slew of different experiences on the team, and Chris is originally from New York. I'm not going to steal his thunder, but Chris, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks so much, bro. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So first question everybody's got to know, how was your experience with Keller Williams versus with Real Brokerage?
So far, it's been good. I have a few transactions now, just trying to navigate the systems on how to get everything to my buyers to sign and to the builders to sign. But so far, so good.
What attracted you to Coastal Collective Group?
Well, it's funny because you called me like 10 minutes after I had a meeting with someone we know that kind of brought us on to Real. And I had no idea you were in real estate. You know, I did some work for you, right? I've been in construction my whole life and I enjoy doing finished carpentry work. So I was doing that for a little while down here. When I came down here, I'm the new guy in the block, right? And everyone is a realtor here. So it was kind of hard to get established. I started noticing some neighbors getting some work done. And when I asked them how much they paid for what they got, I was like, unbelievably untrue. I'm like, there's no way you pay that much for this. Quality workmanship was just horrible in my opinion. So I started dabbling in that a little bit, helping neighbors out, do some custom cabinetry trim work. And then you had reached out after I had that meeting. I didn't know you were in real estate. We sat down, had a good meeting for about an hour and just clicked. I loved the brand, how everything looked. Honestly, I needed a little bit of motivation. I kind of lost my drive. I've been doing real estate for 15 years. Coming down here, I retired New York City Fireman. So I retired from that. Came down here, enjoyed retirement life a little bit. And I think I enjoyed it a little bit too much. Got a laxity with real estate. Your vision, your drive for real estate and wanting to blow this whole thing up is getting me really motivated. We've been doing a lot of video recently and I'm just addicted at this point. Constantly getting people to message me on social media and asking questions. It's just been blessed.
Awesome. Well, good. Yeah. Interesting story. There's a lot of alignment with you and I, both of us being from the Northeast, both of us having some sort of public servant background, firefighter, Marine, and then real estate and construction. It aligned well. And then I think the big part for me is core values. Not every core value is going to meet, but the top ones, customer first, honesty, integrity. We're not trying to pin somebody to a wall and make them buy or sell. We're genuinely customer first people. I know you are because you did work for me before we knew we were going to work together, before we knew we were agents.
You have to show value to your clients. I tell people right off the bat, I'm not a salesman. I'm not a licensed salesperson. I'm a realtor. I don't care if you buy today, tomorrow, 6 months from now, a year from now, as long as it's perfect for you and your family, that's the most important. Unfortunately, too many agents see that commission check and they want to make that deal. It's more about building the relationship first. I want my clients to be comfortable with me as a person, as an agent, as a friend. Hopefully, they'll have the confidence in me to sell my house.
Yeah.
A lot of times my buyers, they're looking at all the glam, all the glitter on the new kitchen. I'm looking at the structure. I'm looking at the bone. I'm looking at, hey, did this homeowner or this contractor really care about this renovation? Or did he just put lipstick on a pig? I'm trying to point out things that a home inspector would, to prevent them from spending money on a home inspection when I see a major crack in the foundation or something that's really ordinary. Hey guys, take a look at this. Maybe this be the right home because of this, and this. So I'm brutally honest. To me, it's not about making a sale. It's about finding the perfect home. And I really want my clients to perfect experience.
So as far as earning trust, you think it's because of your background in construction and your knowledge there, your customer first, your client first approach? What other ways do you build trust with your clients?
I think it sounds a little cheesy. tell people this too. I dedicated my life to helping people, serving people. I was a volunteer fireman when I was 18. The New York City fireman, I was an EMT first and then the New York City fireman. Dedicated my life to helping people, and I'm not going to screw somebody over a real estate transaction. My pocket is always dead last in a real estate transaction. You always have to have that mindset. It's not about your pocket, it's about their pocket and what they want. Their needs are. Ask a lot of questions. Initially, I send my buyers everything. I want you to look at some homes I'm sending you. Tell me what you like, what you like. Now I can zero in on exactly what you're looking for and show you homes of exactly what you're looking for. People from up north, I think they like dealing with people from the same organization, military fire culture. We all have the same mentality in a way. So I think they feel more comfortable expressing themselves to me because nothing bothers me. You can say whatever you want to me and I don't really care. I'm fine. We break each other's chops 24/7. We're working. So, I think that helps too. I love helping first responders, teachers as well. Any civil service worker. That's where I was from. Come on down, lived a good life. Going through that whole aspect of relocating from New York to South Carolina was huge for me personally. I can relay that knowledge to other folks that look the same.
Yeah, we do a lot together, you and I, talking about how amazing South Carolina is. And I think what we need to do a better job of, and what we're working on, is telling the story to folks who are not in this area. Charleston in South Carolina is just an incredible place to live. We don't know how to tell that story well enough yet, but we definitely try to target people. So what are some ways you're going to tell that story? What are some ways you're going to be able to reach, or you see yourself reaching back into the Northeast or even across the country, Colorado, California, to say, hey, look what we got here. We still have some real estate left. Now's the time.
Kind of do that now. I'm posting videos of myself on a boat or doing whatever I want, enjoying the lifestyle here. A couple of days ago, I was sitting on a rooftop at Citrus Club having a cocktail. It was a beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky. We had the Ravenel Bridge, the harbor, downtown Charleston, beautiful view. And folks up north are in a snowstorm.
Yeah.
I could have been in shorts and a t-shirt.
So we have to tell the story of how accessible it is. The clock is ticking because we were just talking the other day, and things that we talk about, we'll tell our clients the exact thing. There's no secrets. It's not $300,000 to live in Mount Pleasant anymore or Charleston. You might find something on the outskirts an hour away, 45 minutes away. That's around that price. If you're looking for a family residence, if you're looking for a condo or a townhouse, 2-bedroom, you might find something $300,000-$400,000, but prices are going up because the value of this area is increasing. The visibility of this area is across the country, right? I mean, didn't Charleston just win #1 city to live in America for the last 17 years or something crazy? Yeah. It's still accessible, but telling the story of how amazing it is and the value here, plus the accessibility, is what we need to do, what we're trying to do with this brand, with this setup, and just getting it out to everybody out there. And I'm glad you're a part of it, man. I think you're going to kill it.
I think the hardest part for anybody looking to relocate to any area is just saying and dedicating yourself and moving out of wherever. That is the hardest part. Once you have that mindset, everything is smooth sailing because you're going to that location. In 2015, I was looking in Wilmington, North Carolina, Curie Beach, Carolina Beach, that whole area there. Liked it.
2 years.
Went there every year. There was something about it I just didn't love. So in 2018, I said to my wife, Carrie, I heard a lot of good things about Charleston. I would hate myself for exploring another option. So in 2018, we went to the Belmont Hotel, Charleston Place, one of the top hotels. I'm pulling up in my Hyundai next to Ferraris and Lamborghinis. We kind of splurged a little bit. The first night there, I fell in love with Charleston. And I tell the story all the time to my clients. But me and my wife had dinner, had a few drinks, feeling pretty good, go back to the room, fall asleep, 4:30 in the morning, I wake up with a massive headache. No Advil. I go downstairs, find the bell guy. I'm like, hey, is anything open? He's like, nothing's open. It was Saturday early morning. He's like, there's a Walgreens like 10 blocks away on King Street. I'm like, maybe the walk, the fresh air will help. I'm from New York. I'm thinking bars are letting out, drunks are going to be out, bums are going to be out. And I am walking down King Street and not one person is around. If there was garbage in the curb, it was neatly stacked, perfectly wrapped with a bow tie on top. I get to the Walgreens. The gentleman there is like, hey, sir, welcome to Walgreens. How can I help you? I'm like, I have a massive headache. Where's the Advil? So, come on, sir, let me show you. He walks me over. And there's actually like a homeless guy in there just trying to get out of the weather. And he's like, sir, if he's bothering you, just let me know. I'll get him out of here. Like, no, he's fine. It's okay. So he goes to check me out. And I'm like, can I ask you a question? I said, why are you so... He's like, I'm just happy to have a job, sir. I'm like, shit. I went back to their room. I woke up my wife. I'm like, we're buying a house here. Everybody has been super polite, and there is a misconception that the Yankees are coming in. Everybody that I spoke to was so welcoming, so like, you're going to love it here. It's a great place to live. Maybe they were saying stuff back when I turned around, but I just felt so welcomed here. Ever since then, we ended up going to contract in 2020 and closing in 2021 in Carolina Park. And I love where we live.
Yeah, and Carolina Park is in Mount Pleasant.
Call it Upper Mount Pleasant. Upper Mount
Pleasant, connected to Charleston. It's right there. It's pretty much Charleston. The Southern hospitality misconception is real. It's ingrained in their DNA and the culture to be kind. Everybody's kind, and it rubs off on you. It smooths out the edges of a Jersey boy and a New York boy coming down here. It makes you feel at home, and you still maintain who you are. It took me about 15 years. It really is just an amazing place to live. Southern hospitality is real. It's just a happier, more positive place to raise a family.
Because I was going to bring that up. I mean, it's not just about the adults, right? It's a lot harder for us to change. I wanted my kids to grow up and be polite human beings, and actually care about their neighbor as opposed to not giving two shits. In New York, nobody cared about anything, right? If somebody looked at you like this, waved at you, say hi, you'd be like, why is this guy waving at me? Who the hell is this guy?
And I did the same.
Hi. Everyone's super polite. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. To everybody. And I just love that. No honking. Nobody honks here. I've been at a light behind somebody, light turns green. I just sit and wait till he's ready. We don't honk. It's just being a good human being. I adapted to all South Carolina ways very quickly. Personally loved it.
Yeah. And slowing down is not the way to put it, because that can scare people and say, oh my God, I'm going to lose my edge or my competitiveness. No, you're not. We just do it differently. We are very competitive down here. We are all killing it in life. We're all owning our own business or doing big things in partnership with people. It's not that at all. It's just that we adjust our nervous system to relax in certain situations and be a little kinder. And we can actually get more done that way. We talk about client love a lot. We talk about how we love our clients and how we treat them like gold, and we don't pressure them. Every decision we make, every recommendation we make is for them. We put ourselves in their shoes. Now, what some folks on the other side of the camera are thinking is, okay, but how do you ensure that you take care of your family and put food on your plate? I don't agent's going to talk about this on camera, but we have to talk about that because we preach visibility, transparency, honesty, and integrity. How do you balance the needs of your clients?
Listen, I think you have to be out there. A lot of folks want new construction because there is a lot of building going on, especially in the Summerville area. Mount Pleasant is just unobtainable, in my opinion. Unless you're a multimillionaire, you want to buy a home here for 1.2, come to Mount Pleasant. There's plenty of stuff going on here. But a lot of folks, especially ones that retire for a civil service job, they can't maybe afford $1 million home. So I've been selling a lot of property in Summerville right now, because you have Nexton, you have Cane Bay, you have Carnes Crossroads, which is those communities are just blowing up. It's never the perfect time to buy, right? It's always going to be something that, I can't buy now, I can't buy then, I can't buy here. My last 2 clients, one came from Pennsylvania, one came from New York. Both of them had zero intentions of buying until summer. I had gone to Carnes Crossroads. They had these amazing block of homes. It was 10 homes that had $100,000 reduction in the purchase price. I called my one buyer. I said, guys, I know you're not ready to buy right now, but your house is going to be over 6, or I can get it for you right now, 40 and change. I'm like, why wait? So I FaceTime with them, show them the property. They loved it. They wanted a little bit of space. It had the space on the one side, an easement, a pond view. I got them to put down $1,000. I got an agreement to build it for 7 days until they come here and look at the property in person. They came here that next week, looked at it, fell in love with it. The purchase price is $440. They just sold one for $603. So it's like, how do you pass that up? My other buyer too, I was in the same neighborhood. I dropped off my truck yesterday at McLevine, needed a recall done. I'm like, why am I going to sit here for 2 hours? I took an Uber to Carnes to do another video of another property, had another amazing deal, hit the market that night, called up another buyer who's not ready to buy. Dude, this is a great deal. Look at this view. It's around the pond, and it was a perfect house for them. I told him flat out, listen, I know you're not ready. I know I'm pushing you. This house is definitely going to go quick. If you want it, it's here for you. If not, completely understand. I'll find something else.
Yeah.
But you put it out there, and there is a cost of waiting. These homes are going to continue to go up. And if rates come down, which I think they will slightly, everyone's a different opinion of that. But if they do come down, what's going to happen to the market? It's going to be a buying frenzy, and these prices are going to skyrocket. And these builders are setting the price point. payments, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to skyrocket.
Any slight adjustment to the market is going to make buyer behavior go crazy.
Oh, absolutely.
A quarter point in an interest rate change will make everybody freak out. Buyers are like, oh my gosh, I could save so much money. So they jump into the market. Sellers are like, oh my God, I could sell for so much higher. No, you can't.
You can't buy a house for $300,000 anymore. 10 years ago, you could have. I have friends right now, firemen.
Years ago, you could have.
Yeah, it's in certain areas, absolutely. But guys call me now like, hey, I want to buy a house for $400,000. What can I get? Nothing. Sorry, man. You missed the boat. I've been here for 4 years already.
You could buy something. It's just not going to be a single family home in a new community.
It's going to be in the middle of nowhere. That community is just starting up. Now, there is an area in South Carolina, Ravenel, that has a bunch of new construction going on. They have zero commerce stores yet, like no commercial yet. But when that happens, that's going to be a really cool area too. Now you're buying low, right? Because there's nothing around. You have to go to Summerville for everything. But eventually, when things start happening,
stores start coming
your
in,
value is going to blow up. And you bought a house for $450, and at some point it's going to be worth $850. You know, it's going to double like that.
And that's exactly what happened here in Carolina Park. Is in around 2019, 20 is when some commercial started coming in. We have Costco, we have the Bend, which has about 30 stores or so. Before that, Carolina Park in North Upper Mount Pleasant was accessible from a $400,000 to $500,000 range. Riverside was somewhere around 6 to 7, maybe 8. Now, the Village where we sit right now is between 1.1 or around 1.1. Riverside is around 1.8, 1.9, actually 1.9 at the lowest. So we're really at like $1 million, $2 million. And 4 or 5 years ago, somewhere about half of that, which is just wild to think about. Exactly what you said about Ravenel is the fact that they're dropping these developments in, offering an incredible incentive. And because they're kind of in the middle of nowhere, but in several years, when commercial gets built out and the infrastructure around it gets built out, becomes more popular and accessible to other communities, you're doubling your investment overnight is what it'll feel like, because you'll be able to take that 300,000-400,000 in equity and then drop it into something in Carolina Park or somewhere else that you want to live.
Or vice versa.
And I did that 3 times in Charleston. I built 3 times. Every single time I pulled the equity out, dropped it into another investment, pulled all that extra equity out, dropped it into another one. And then I took a wheelbarrow and took the equity from my last one and dumped it in here. You don't have to be a millionaire to live in Mount Pleasant, but you get down here quickly and get into one of those communities, build that equity over a few years, drop it into something else. That's the hack.
And even if you're not ready today, if you were to buy a house right now in one of these newer communities, some communities in Cane Bay, you buy now when pricing is still reasonable and rent it out to folks building their home in the same community. Carnes allows a 30-day rental, but if you're a 6-month build time, you may want to move to that area to get your kids in the school system or to be closer to the construction. You can rent out your home to other buyers for 4 to 6 months. And the realtors, the builders will know about it, right? Because you say, hey, I'm buying this as an investment property. Bring your clients in, or other realtors that sell in that neighborhood can have access to that. You're making your mortgage payment and positive cash flow every month. When you're ready to move in, you take all that extra positive cash flow, get the house repainted, get the things touched up. The cool thing is that you're renting to your future neighbors. So they're not going to be destroying the house. They're going to be taking care of it, bringing their own furniture in, taking their own furniture out. I think that's a huge potential for anybody that wants to tap into this market, but is not quite ready to make that move.
So what's something that you want everybody out there in internet land to know about you?
That's a tough question. I am very critical of myself. I mean, oh yeah, I'm so great. Come call me.
What about you sets you apart from other realtors?
Listen, I really do care about my clients. I care about their family. The longest I've been with a buyer was probably just over a year, you know, and I've had realtors tell me, are you out of your mind? I would have dumped them 7 months ago. And I'm like, I should have a client for life. If they like me that much to be calling me for a year to show them houses, I should have a client for life. And you know what? Look forward to their family members, their friends calling me because, hey, he never pressured me once to buy a house. Every house that he showed me, just wasn't right. There was something wrong, whatever. I still found them the perfect home and they with me.
Buyer agency agreement.
Honestly,
who cares about a buyer agency agreement is what you're saying.
Say that on camera now with all these new laws and everything, but a buyer agency agreement, in my opinion, doesn't mean anything. I know some realtors will fight me on that. And I just had a realtor.
It doesn't mean anything.
The other day, I said, are you really going to sue somebody over your commission? Absolutely. Like, come on. Like, to me, I'd rather, hey, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm sorry I couldn't help you. And I'll move on to somebody else that wants my help finding that, right? We have to sign up by a broker here. I don't necessarily agree with it. In New York, I never really did. I had an agent that actually, as a perfect example, I had an agent that was so brand new. She's like, we have to sign by a broker. I told her my opinion about it. A month later, she calls me up. Oh my God, my buyer went to an open house and the agent convinced them to make the offer with them and she'll get paid, which is obviously far from the truth.
Yeah.
I said, well, what are you going to do? What are my options? I'm like, well, you can call the agent at the open house, say, hey, I have a buyer broker with this buyer. They just forgot to call me, tell me they were going. I said, two, you can sue your buyer if this agent doesn't want to give you anything, or you can forget about it and move on to something else. I'm like, what are you going to do? Okay, so what goes that buyer broker? Yeah, if you want to sue somebody over a commission, hey, that's your business. You do what you want to do. That's not me. My pocket is dead last. I do not care. That means if they're doing that, I didn't do my job properly, or my buyers were not informed about how things supposed to. So that's why I try to explain everything to my clients, let them know the process. I don't care if it's midnight. You see a house on Zillow, you see a house that I send you that you want information on, text me. I will get back to you. And if I'm dead asleep, first thing tomorrow morning, I'll get back to you on it. So I like the engagement. A lot of buyers would, oh, I feel bad. Call you. Guys, this is my job. This is what I do. Call me, because the more interactive you are with me, the more I am with you. If you're just looking to see what's out there, I'll follow up with you from time to time. But if you're like, hey, I need to buy a house ASAP, I'm going to fight for you. I'm going to find that property. That's me going to construction sites, open houses, making appointments on my own to look at the property, to see if it's everything that you want. And then I could say, hey guys, I found you the perfect house. Let's FaceTime. If you're coming from up north or you're out of state, I love doing it. I don't think agents really go out of the way of doing it because they just wasted time. Well, this is what we do though.
Most agents are chasing the commission and using pressure techniques and tactics to get people to buy. It's the truth.
Yeah, we're not all created equal. I know a lot of good agents are doing a lot of good business. I see what the overall consensus is, and I want to be different.
And the thing is, we can all be very successful. You can be successful with your pressure techniques, and Coastal Collective Group can be successful with our customer first approach. It might look different. Maybe we're slow to launch, which we have been for 3 years now, and we're starting to see things picking up. You build the relationships first on a firm foundation. You don't get the sale right away unless the client needs a home. Over time, you're building those deep-rooted relationships and trust, and they will use you. That's how we're successful. I don't want it to be a secret to anybody. I want people to know we put customers first. We want relationships and customers for life. And if they see that on the front end and then we deliver, that's it. We just got to be consistent moving forward. The value of the brand is that we bring you into a brand, a trusting partnership with tons of support. Now, 2 new hires coming in to help out with some back end stuff and a lot of extra support that maybe you won't see, but you'll feel. 4 agents who have each other's backs. No matter what happens, you're covered. Transaction coordinator, social media manager, and an assistant in the background to help with all the stuff to make sure that there's multiple eyes on every deal and everything that happens. And then, like we mentioned in the beginning, leading with core values, just knowing who's behind the agent. What we're building here is something much bigger than, oh, we want to go buy a house or sell a house. We want you to have an experience. We want you to feel that trust in your core and be able to be evangelical about it. Go tell your friends, go tell your family, let them know what kind of experience you had with Coastal Collective Group and what you can expect.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. When you hire any one of us, you're not just getting that one person, you're the entire team at your disposal. If for whatever reason we can't make an appointment, we have other people that could show up, represent us, and you're going to have the same mentality. If you get me, great. If you get Steven, great. We're all going to want you to buy that home. We're all going to want you to love that home and see your kids grow up in that home.
Yeah.
So.
And we have good old South Carolina boys on the team. Citadel grads, College of Charleston grads, USC. We're not just Jersey and New York. We have deep roots in South Carolina as well. But I think to end this one is to talk about some exciting things that are coming, being that we have the support now, we have the network, we have the brand, everything's established. We're with Real Brokerage. What's to come is exciting. And that is more value to our clients without ever even meeting us. We're going to start putting out more content of local developments, new builds, new communities, new construction, but also live listings that we think y'all would want to see. Not only that, but we have a social media manager putting out second Sunday on King dates, monthly events, but not not just a one kind of shot deal reminding you of events, putting out market stats. What are the median price ranges for everything around Charleston? Many agents are doing that, but we're going to start with add more value as we move forward.
That's huge too, because it's not just about buying a house. It's like, why are you going to buy a house here? There's so many places where you can buy a home. Why here? That's one thing I think that we are going to be focusing on, because there's so many great things that you can do here. The beaches, the downtown, you got 2 hours to Myrtle, 2 hours to Hilton Head, 2 hours to Columbia. We got the mountains. You want the mountains, go to Greenville, go up to North Carolina. I feel like we're so centrally located here. Even taking a trip down to Florida. How far is it to Disney if you wanted to drive? 8 hours?
It's a good point. It's so easy to get from Jersey, New York, Colorado, Florida to Charleston. We thought it was going to be such a pain. Many of my clients were hesitant, and yours as well. You talked about it earlier. You just got to make the decision. First of all, just pretend you did it and travel down here real quick, and you'd be like, oh, I could always just go back if I want to get some Jersey bagels or go down to Florida and do some fishing or whatever you want to do. It's so easy. It's so accessible. Now there's international flights out of Charleston International Airport, and they're adding more to Europe.
Well, think about it. You're driving an hour and a half to work every morning, sitting in Jersey and New York traffic. Or in an hour and a half, you could be sitting in Charleston having a great time. How long the flight is? About an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And honestly, I was getting flights round trip for $150.
Yeah.
Round trip. And you're an hour and a half, me here.
Skip the commute and hit up one of the local coffee shops where you'll see us and everybody else in the morning. That's what we do instead of a commute. We have fellowship with our buddies and hang out before work.
Even come down to the beach, right? Because I always love it when the Jones Beach Air Show comes available, right? And everyone's so happy. It's June. Oh, first day at the beach. We're going to have so much fun. The beach is open. I'm like, I've been at the beach for 3 months already. I'm already beached alley. I'm already got the tan going, because we go to the beach here in March.
We were at the beach this weekend.
Why be in a snowstorm right now? Because that's where New York is right now, in a snowstorm.
If you picture yourself living here right now picture yourself wanting to go and see something where you're from. Okay, just go.
Right.
And then come back to paradise. When I was in Turks and Caicos last year, my favorite place to vacation. But after day 6, I'm like, I can't wait to get back to Charleston. Yeah. I can't wait to be on the plane knowing that I'm going home to Charleston. It's just the best feeling ever.
But something to be said about that too, because I do appreciate and proud of my downtown Charleston, right? New York City, I haven't been there in years, but it's not the city I want to be in, especially nowadays.
There's great things about New York City, but Charleston is just a big little city, clean, everything's great.
Even going down to Savannah, I mean, our friends from the neighborhood went down to Savannah for the weekend, just the adults, had a great time. I love Savannah. You can drink on the street, which is kind of cool, but at the end of the night, you're walking home and you see cups, beer bottles around, you're like, man, just kind of dirty. It's not quite Charleston. Charleston is just super clean, historic. There's something for everybody there.
Chris, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Chris. You can email me, chris@thecoastalcollective.com. Call me, 843-817-5559. Message me on Facebook.
Yeah.
Pretty easy to find me.
Or you'll see him at Crunch.
Oh, yeah, the gym.
Doing curls like a madman.
Yeah, going to the gym.
You'll be seeing him out here a lot more. So just check out his socials, check him out online, give him a call.
If you have any questions, feel free to give one of us a call. We can answer pretty much any question you have. If we don't have the answer, we will find the answer for you. We're here for anything you need real estate related or information about the neighborhood. Give us a call.
Thanks for joining me. Appreciate you, brother.
Rock it out 2025.
Let's go.